we'll now shift gears. Okay, so we are now 2/3 done with the book. So we went through section 1. There are 3 sections to the book. We went through section 1, which was about there is a data explosion happening. Digital data AI is a huge power. Yeah, it's a huge opportunity. But there is a problem. The problem, we saw it as the paradox. And then we went into the root causes of it, and we said, okay, the main problem is that we are trying to solve it as a physical or a technology issue, and not enough as a logical issue. That was section 1. Section 2, which is the biggest section of the book, is saying, okay, what's the solution? And the solution was the unified solution framework with 13 elements, right? Which we have spent the last hour going through. Yeah. Now we come to section 3. Yeah. And section 3, I've taken a very different approach. Yeah. So those of you who know me well know that, I am very passionate about business and technology, but I'm equally passionate about Indian wisdom. So whatever I do, there is always an aspect of Indian wisdom which I can't resist bringing in, and I brought it here in this book as well. So one of, quote from the Yajurveda, you would know that there are like 4 Vedas. So one of the quotes goes something like this: Yatha pinde tatha brahmande, yatha brahmande tatha pinde. Yeah? Pinde means atom, brahmande means universe. Yeah? So what it simply says is that as is the microcosm, as is the atom, so is the macrocosm, as in the universe. Yeah? And vice versa. And this is absolutely true. The construct of the atom and the construct of the universe is exactly the same if you study it. Yeah? It's quite a fascinating thing. And that's a method of inquiry, where, which in India, we had, for thousands of years. And so that if you know something at a certain level of reality, you can transpose it, at a level higher or a level lower. You guys with me? Yeah. Or it sounds like mumbo jumbo? Huh? I'll show you. So, we tried to transpose so far our conversation was all about the enterprise, isn't it? So I've now tried to take it to the microcosm, which is the individual, and also try to take it to the macrocosm, which is society and nations. Yeah? And let's see. So we saw many paradoxes, for enterprises. And you see, if you go through them, you will see that there are such amazing parallel at the individual level. So we talked about data deluge. Yeah? But we also talked about Hippo. Isn't it? At the individual level, there is a lot about being data driven, but finally we make decisions based on gut, isn't it? Gut is our Hippo. Yeah. We talk about multi-source data, but then we talked about the salt and the soup, proprietary data. At the individual level, there is a lot of information, but then there is still the importance of wisdom. Information is available to everybody, but what is the wisdom which is unique to me? Isn't it? We talk about short-term, long-term. That's, a conflict which we see at the enterprise level all the time, isn't it? And equally at the individual level, there are system 1 decisions. Daniel Kahneman had famously coined this frame, system 1, which are instinct. It's like, a car, you're throwing suddenly somebody throws a cricket ball at me. So either I have to catch it or I have to duck, isn't it? I can't think, isn't it? Yeah. At the same time, there are system 2 decisions that, I have to make a decision of investing in an M&A for Encedo. That's not a snap decision. That's a very, very important decision, which you have to analyze deeply. There is democratization, but there is also data security, isn't it? That's 2 different things, you have to balance. Similarly, for individuals, there is data sharing. But one of the biggest concerns, for enterprises, if the big concern is security, for the individuals, the big concern is privacy, isn't it? For enterprises, it's all about scaling up, but equally there is something about focus. Yeah? For individual level, there is about digital engagement. Yeah? But there is also a need for digital detox, isn't it? Too much of digital engagement, you'll go crazy. Yes? You see what I'm trying to say? Yes or no? Yeah? We have seen these paradoxes so far in our conversation. Yeah? and you start to apply them for individuals, you see very, very interesting parallels. I'll pick up 2 themes for individuals. Yeah. In the book, there are maybe 5 or 6 themes I've explored.